Hey guys, welcome to the Occult Raven. I'm Kendra. Sorry, let me adjust. And I don't want to edit this, so you'll see. You're going to see my hands in the video. Uh, welcome guys, peace, peace. Welcome to the Occult Raven. I'm Kendra. I am making a video about blood magic. Yes, blood magic, blood sacrifice. And I actually have notes, real quick notes, because I see a lot of things misconstrued and misunderstood. So I just kind of want to lend my voice and my experience, because if this is your first time on my channel, sorry, let me get comfortable. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. If I talk about it in depth, then that means I currently do it, or I have done it and I've been successful at it. If it's something that I talk about and I haven't done it before, then I will let you know. But more than likely, if I'm talking about it, it's because I have done it or I'm doing it right now. Okay? So, blood, using blood in any spiritual practice is always looked upon as so taboo and so misunderstood, right? So, let's just really dive in. And when I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes here. So let's just dive into what the difference is between, you can do a blood spell, you can do a blood ritual, or you can do a blood sacrifice. They are not the same thing at all, okay? You can be doing a blood ritual, but not necessarily sacrificing, right? Why is that? Because the blood can come from one of two things, from yourself or from something else, okay? From another person, from an animal, from an insect, okay? So that is, entirely different from sacrificing your own blood, okay? So diving into why blood is even used. Why would somebody even use blood during spell work in general, ritual, sacrifice, you name it? Well, blood is the strongest, okay? Let me say it again. Blood is the strongest substance that you can use in magical workings. It just is. Why? Because blood is a life force, okay? It is a life force sustainer. The energy that is emitted through blood is very, very intense, okay? And I think that any practitioner, occult magician, you name it, will tell you that blood is the most powerful substance that you can use in your spell work, in magical workings, right? Thinking about even where blood comes from. Well, it is, pumped through and given out through the body from our most powerful chakra. It's your heart, right? The heart pumps the blood. And yes, that is your most powerful chakra, right? Some may debate that. It doesn't matter. But, nothing is in alignment if your heart ain't right. Okay, so some people will say that the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, is the most important of the. Well, you can't even get to that without passing the heart, right? So your heart has to be right. And even with that, if your heart's not right, your root chakra is off. Okay, so I can actually make a video going more in depth on chakras and how you can actually use your chakras and color coordinate and the colors that they coincide with to aid you in your magical workings. But back to blood magic. So the blood is pumped through the heart, which is extremely, extremely important. And we all know that, if the body has no blood, it's over. Okay? You're a goner. Very specifically, and I'll get into this later in the video, I very specifically only use in my blood magic my menses, and I will talk about why I specifically only use that later on in the video. But it is, blood is the most powerful link. It definitely, if you are doing casting, spell work, doing a ritual, and you are using your blood, let me tell you something, okay? Don't play around with that, okay? Because, and I'm not here to scare anyone. On my channel, I don't do that spooky shit. But as an occultist, as someone who practices, and yes, blood magic, blood spell work, I practice, I know that it's a powerful tool, okay? So if you are using your blood in any ritualistic practice, then, be safe in how you are getting the blood out of you. See, I don't have that issue, and it is a little odd for me to talk about it and, put caution out there, because I don't prick my finger or slice or anything like that. Because again, I specifically use my menses. Okay, so let me do this so it's easy to follow. Okay, so the difference in blood magic, blood spells, blood sacrifice, and blood rituals, right? So now that we know how important the blood is in spell work and how binding it is, okay, what can you do with your blood? What kind of magic can you do with this? Well, you can do a blood spell. Now, this is what I do. I do blood spells. And these things are very specifically for me. And I do it when I am in a space where I really need to manifest something. And not necessarily quickly, but it is extremely important. Okay? I see a lot of people, struggling in their life, and it's amazing to me, how people just accept that struggle. And I'm just like, if you don't do some blood magic, okay, and take the struggle out of your life, and I'm not saying it's going to be quick, but it's going to work. Okay? At least what I do, it works. Okay? So a blood spell is where you take your own blood and you lay it on a tool that you are doing one very particular spell with, right? Okay, let's say you want to manifest, better health. Let's say that you have been diagnosed with something, okay? You can absolutely, put your blood into a particular magical tool. And let me be clear about this. When you are putting your blood on a tool that you are doing a spell with, magical workings with, right? You need to be very careful as to where you get that tool from. You need to properly cleanse it. You need to consecrate this thing. You need to bless it to death. Okay? Because let's be clear with this. You are binding yourself to this particular tool. Now, while the spell could be the best spell in the world, it could be the best spell in the world. If the tool is fucked up, you're in a world of trouble, okay? I suggest that you know, get a tool, because yes, you can use a candle. You can feed your blood into a candle. You can anoint. Of course, people anoint their candles with olive oil, you know, oils that they make, essences that they make, herbs, blends. You know what I mean? You can anoint your candle with blood. You can feed your candle blood. You know, you can also, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos, it is, I don't have the book in here, but it is a book on creating magical entities. And I believe it's by David Michael Cunningham. I'm pretty sure that's his name, David Michael Cunningham. And, you know, it talks about how to lend your blood to a very specific magical tools, tangible items, you know, coins, dolls, wands, you know what I mean? Tangible things that you anoint in your blood. And this is why I say be very, very careful in how you cleanse this tool that you are going to anoint in your blood. Be very careful where you get it from and what it looks like and what it is. Okay, this thing needs to resonate with you. You have to have some type of identity to it. Okay, I don't suggest that you walk up the road, you know what I mean, and pick up a beer can, okay, and say, oh, this is my magical tool, right? You know, if you are doing a blood spell to rid yourself of any type of, you know, substance abuse, let's say you want to, you know, get rid of alcoholism, okay, something that is wearing your life down, you know what I mean? I don't suggest that you know what I mean, use a wine bottle, okay, or a vodka bottle, okay? You know, just be very careful as to what it is you choose as your magical tool, which is what you are going to anoint in your blood for your very specific blood spell, okay? Again, a blood spell is something that you do for one very specific reason, okay? Now, a blood ritual. This is obviously done in a ritualistic way. It's done periodically at a certain time, okay? We all know what rituals are. You do it every third full moon, or you do it every other Sunday, or you do it every, I know many witches who do it every menses, okay? Every time flow comes, then they do a blood ritual, right? I think that's absolutely wonderful. It's magnificent. It will work. Again, this blood thing is very, very powerful. So why would you do a blood ritual? Well, this is something that you may need to do in upkeep, right? Let's say you feel like you're being spiritually attacked every so often, or you have a medical illness that you know, you may have gotten rid of, but you have something in you that feels like, I need to keep up this cleansing ritual to keep that illness off of me, right? That is a magnificent reason to do a blood ritual. Again, a blood ritual is when you take blood from yourself and you lend it to a ritual that you are doing ever so often, however often, and at the specific day, time that you need to do it, right? You know, I like to hear when people are doing, very specifically using blood for their health, to improve their health. You can absolutely, please, use blood rituals to get rid of. And disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, okay? But I am an occult practitioner, and I have been practicing for many years now. But don't take it from me, do it yourself. What do you have to lose? So getting back into it, I definitely encourage those who have diabetes, sickle cell, okay, and who are on a path of occultism, spiritual enlightenment, your higher self, finding your divine self, however you choose to define it. What do you have to lose? You're using your own blood to enhance your health or to get rid of something very specific. Now, in a blood ritual, specifically involving things dealing with your health, you can use the same magical tool, and that can be whatever it is that I don't want to throw out any ideas, because this has to be something that you choose. This has to be something that resonates with you. Okay. So, because I find that, if someone says very specifically, what magical tool that people, okay, I'm going to get that, as a practitioner, you have to use your mind. It is your magic. Okay. This is your ritual. So don't ask someone what you think you should use. And no. If it doesn't come to you right away while you're thinking about, hey, I think I should do a blood spell or a blood ritual, you know what I mean? Sleep on it. Your subconscious mind is going to tell you. It's going to take care of it. Use your intuition. Use your gut. Okay? So blood rituals definitely can be used to improve your health, can be used to improve your mental state, depression, right? I know many people know about Dr. Sebi. I have studied Dr. Sebi and his teachings since maybe 2008 or so. I have used many of his products, and Dr. Sebi was very big on, and although he was someone who spoke about herbs, nutrition, what you eat, you know what I mean? All of that is magical. Herbs are magical. Food is magical. Okay. And then when put within the body, it's double magic, right? But, Dr. Sebi would say over and over and over again, when you purify your blood, okay, when you cleanse your blood, you can get rid of any ailment. Okay? So, and know this to be true. Just read a scientific study, just read medical journals. Okay? The medical world will tell you how blood purification is really, what you need to get through any ailment if you cleanse the blood, right? So very specifically, you can offer up your blood in a ritualistic spell to rid yourself of different ailments, your mental state, you know what I mean? If you feel like you are in a depression, or if you feel like, your psyche is off, definitely, absolutely, you know what I mean? Look into blood rituals, okay? Now, sacrifice, blood sacrifice. This can go two ways, okay? Blood sacrifice can come from yourself, or a blood sacrifice can come from an animal, an insect, okay? How? So you can offer up your blood as a sacrifice, okay, for something. And This can be, you are sacrificing. And again, I'm really stopping myself from being very specific. And I put health out there because who wouldn't want to improve their health, especially if you have been diagnosed with something or if you have an ailment. Absolutely, use this to help you, okay? Your own blood, because that is okay, let me be very clear. When you are trying to rid yourself of something, you must use your own blood, okay? Right? Rid yourself of, again, addictions, health issues, mental and psyche things. You have to use your own blood for this, okay? So getting back into blood sacrifice. You can sacrifice, offer up your blood to manifest something, to take something out of your life, to banish something, karma, okay? I've actually done a karmatic banishment, very specifically. I won't say specifically what I did in my spell, but it was for karma, to banish bad and negative karma, and I did use my own blood. Okay, so and it as a sacrifice, okay, because you are sacrificing something, you are giving something away to bring something in or to wipe something away. Okay, now animal sacrifice. Let's get this straight. I hear people talk about this a ton on YouTube, and I'm not sure that I have heard it exactly straightforward and 100% correct. So, blood sacrifice of an animal or an insect is done to appease whatever energy, whatever God, goddess, spirit, whatever it is that you are working with, okay? Very specifically, and let's say maybe Hecate, right? You can absolutely do an animal sacrifice to the Queen of Witches, and what animals is she associated with, okay? If you think about it, other deities, other gods, goddesses, that specifically coincide with an animal, animal sacrifice is done, but to appease, okay, that particular energy. Now, if you want to work with a particular deity, god, goddess, spirit, you can offer up their animal, okay, the animal that is associated with them, and to appease them, okay? So you may work with them, right? And so they may speak through you. I see that, people talk about animal sacrifice and things like that, and it's just like, oh, you're just, killing this poor chicken, and you're like, well, it actually has, a meaning behind it. Now, I am not saying to go out and do an animal sacrifice. I myself have no need to do an animal sacrifice. I haven't had the need to do an animal sacrifice because, again, I very specifically use blood, Menses blood, which is at the top of the totem pole when it comes to blood and how you can use blood in a ritual. You know what I mean? Yes, it is different. It is absolutely different. And if you want to know more, I would say read. This book is so near and dear to me. Mysteries of the Dark Moon. and it's by Demetria George. I'll leave it in the link below. This is an amazing book that talks about, you know, uh, dark goddesses and the menses and how powerful this is, okay? And very specifically, how powerful the menses blood is, okay? So, yeah, getting back to, you know, animal sacrifice in blood magic, blood rituals. You know, this is done to appease a a god or a deity, a goddess that you are working with or looking to work with. It is almost like you are. It's a petition. Okay, it's absolutely a petition that you are asking them to open up a gateway. So you lay that animal sacrifice there, open the gates. You know what I mean? Here it is. It's like a payment, okay? Like you go to someone's house and you knock on the door, okay? When you are approaching a god or a goddess that is known for accepting sacrifice. And again, yes, not every energy, spirit, deity accepts sacrifices. Absolutely not. You know, if you are, you know, if you are looking to work with the goddess Lakshmi, okay, in Vedic mythology, I don't suggest, I do not suggest that you know, get a chicken and, okay, because number one, the goddess Lakshmi is vegetarian, okay, but on the other hand, my Kali Ma, will definitely take a blood sacrifice, right? So, and this is not because one is better or one is evil or one is, you have to understand what the blood means, okay? You have to understand the power of blood, okay? So I hope that this brought some light, and I wasn't really all over the place, but I really do hope that this brought some light to the intrigue or the buzz around blood rituals and blood magic, blood spells, and this. Please be very careful if you are attempting this. Do not take blood from someone else. You know, I would be very, 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 very cautious to give your blood over to a spellcaster or anything like that. I just would advise you not to, okay? Now, you know, if this is, you know, if this is a godmother or a godfather, and I mean godmother and godfather, and I'm talking in Santeria, you know, this is someone through the lineage of your family who is the spellcaster of the family and specifically works with blood, then yes, okay? But, you know, just a spellcaster that you know, you find on Facebook or YouTube, you say, hey, let me send you, you know, a pinch of my blood. I wouldn't do that. You know, and absolutely, you know, don't take blood from anyone else. Be very careful. If you feel like you do need to do an animal sacrifice, be very careful. It is blood, okay? Blood carries all types of bacteria. It has the potential to carry all types of bacteria, germs, spores, you know what I mean? So just be very careful. And also how you are extracting blood from yourself, okay? Again, if you feel like you need to do a blood spell, a blood ritual, or offer up your blood as sacrifice, please be sensible, use your common sense. Don't just walk around and say, hey, this looks sharp enough. Okay? Again, I cannot and I will not give any suggestions as to what you can use, because again, I very specifically, and I hope this doesn't gross anyone out, I use a Diva cup and I use my Menses, and I don't have to cut, nick, or anything like that myself. So, you know, just do not use a needle, an actual syringe. I have heard people, you know, I've seen people leave comments on other videos that lend their hands to blood magic, and they're like, yeah, I use a syringe. I'm like, what the you know, gosh, I just, kind of have to wonder, like, did you really need to? And another thing, it is not the quantity of blood, okay? It is your intention behind that blood, okay? You do not need a quarter liter or you do not need even a vial of blood. You don't need that, okay? You prick your finger, right? And you have that drop on the end of your finger. You're good, okay? You don't need to douse a candle or whatever magical tool that you feel like you want to work with in your blood. You don't need to do that, okay? So I hope that this helps someone. I hope that this sheds some light on, you know, blood sacrifice, blood spells, and blood rituals, and how they are different. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, please, you know, leave them in the comment section below. And I have gotten several emails and a couple of DMs in regards to me doing spell work for other people. And I just don't know if I am on that path, and I'm very reluctant to take on spell work from people because, well, my spells work. And when you are a true an occult practitioner and your spell work is 100, okay, that is a life force that is taken out of you. But I will say this: no, I'm not doing spells for you to get someone else's man. I do not do love work, and for very specific reasons. But, you know, you have to understand that, you know, I've been doing magic for many years, and I have cultivated my magic, and it takes your life force energy, okay? But I don't want to deter anyone from reaching out to me or asking questions. You know, give me your situation in detail. And I actually didn't even mean to say this, but at the end of this video, it's just coming out because I'm like trying to remember things as I do videos. But, you know, leave your specific situation in the email. Don't just be like, oh, can you, you know, help me with my man that doesn't pay me any attention? I'm like, what? No, Showcase, I am not depleting my life force energy to help you out with some dude that's not paying you attention, okay? Get your mind right, girl. Or dude, you know, can you help me so, you know, my girlfriend will stop talking so much? Like, huh? Yeah, it's called Match.com. And very specifically put in your profile that you want a woman that doesn't talk so much. But I kid. But again, leave your very specific situation in the email. and I will get back to everyone. I will get back to you. It may not be with a yes, more than likely, probably will be a no, but reach out to me. I love to hear from you guys. As new as my channel is, it's amazing how many emails I have gotten thus far. And yeah, my channel is very new, but again, I am an occult practitioner. I have been practicing for many years now. And yeah, I hope that, you guys got something out of this information in regards to using blood, yours, animals, insects, for to aid you in your magical practices. Yes, you can use insect blood. Okay, so while you searching for a chicken, you can easily pull an ant off the street. I know a lot of people will not think that that is funny, and I am not making fun of blood magic at all. I do it, so but I don't at all take myself extremely seriously. So, if you got any value out of this while I'm acting a little crazy at the end, please like, subscribe, share. Share this with someone who is looking into doing, blood ritual sacrifice. So, maybe they will get something out of this information. Using blood in general. My nose is so itchy. Allergies. Using blood in yours or someone else's or something else's, another animal, is so powerful. You need to take that very seriously, okay? Especially if you feel like and then check the reason that you are doing that blood ritual, okay? And make sure that it is worth you doing that, okay? Now, you want to get a new Honda, okay? You want a new Corolla, don't do a blood ritual. Don't do that, okay? Think about your health, think about your mental state, and go from there, because there are tons of other spells that you can do to manifest money, love, acquire things. Okay, so just check the reason that you are doing this blood ritual, blood spell work for yourself. Okay, again, comments, questions, leave them below. I'm done rambling. The Occult Raven signing off. Peace.